I'm here with Kip Reeder from Homekeep. Homekeep is a hands-on maintenance program that I really trust and have personally used. I met Kip when I purchased a Tim O'Brien home, and they offered this service for the first year. I've continued to renew it because it's such a great plan. But I wanted to do a little Q&A session with Kip today so that you guys can learn a little bit about Homekeep for yourself. Kip, for those who have not heard of Homekeep before, can you tell us what your service includes and a little bit about how it works?
Homekeep is a preventative maintenance company. When you hire us, we come out twice a year, okay, to perform different maintenance tasks. And the first appointment is kind of our cataloging slash maintenance appointment. And what we do in that is the cataloging portion of the appointment is where we go through and we take pictures of all your mechanicals, all your appliances, garage door, opener, AC outside. We do profile pics of the home also, and then we take all that information and send it to our customer service team, who then registers all of the products for you on your behalf. Whether it's a new home, existing home, we register all those items. That way, if there's any warranty recalls or anything like that, you'll get that information. As I'm doing that during the first appointment, I'm performing several different maintenance tasks. For instance, like changing the furnace filter, adding salt to the softener, checking HVAC systems, checking electrical. We do outside stuff when it's appropriate for summertime, spring, summertime. So basically kind of overall landscaping inspection, flat work, siding, roofing, deck. We check the AC on the outside, clean the coil if necessary. We'll also check the laundry exhaust if it's accessible and clean it from the outside during the summer, spring, summer months. Then we also have a fall winter appointment where we basically focus on the inside of the home concerning a lot of appliance maintenance. So for instance, checking the dryer vent from the inside, checking the lint trap, checking washing machine filter if it's accessible on the front loads. A lot of times there's a compartment for a filter to get changed, well, more or less cleaned out.
I'm due for that at my house right now.
Yeah, nice. And then like dishwasher filter, checking that, cleaning that, range oven, hood fan, those filters. Refrigerator, clean the seals on it. We'll pull it out, clean the coil if we can get at it. Also, you'll get a water filter.
I really like the cataloging part of that because I was just saying this weekend to some of my family that you did the cataloging to our house that we have in DeForest.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's like a maintenance issue that comes up, it happens to be a rental, I can just check that app, pull the model number if something's wrong and they need a filter or I need to order a part for a replacement or something like that. It's just so handy to have that kind of at your fingertips.
Right. I mean, what's super nice is as you start up with our program and whatnot for the first year, yes, you get unlimited access to our app, which you get invited to, you download it, and then everything that I've done shows up within the app.
Yeah.
And once I have cataloged everything, you're absolutely right. Everything shows up in there, model number, instruction manuals, basic filters. If you need them, you can just kind of click and look at it. Yeah.
Well, if you have pets or something like that, you know, you might need to do some replacing of those in between your 2 visits a year. So a lot of people don't realize common tasks that they're supposed to do in their home. What would you say are some of the most common missed maintenance items that you see during an appointment?
Well, I would have to say, number one, unfortunately, sometimes it is the furnace filter.
Okay.
We just kind of forget when we've changed it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what we try to do is I date all the furnace filters so that when you open up the actual cover, you can see the date of when that was put in. And then kind of based on, you know, whether it's a 1 inch, 2 inch, or the size of the filter, we change accordingly. So there's that. A lot of times I'll go and find softeners that are out of salt and people have just forgot to put them in.
Sure.
Put in the salt. Now, is that necessarily going to damage the whole house? Over time, it can, just because we have hard water in Wisconsin. So it typically is more damaging to all of the metal fixtures within the home.
Okay.
So we've got that. People almost never test their sump pumps to make sure that they're working.
I don't.
Yeah. And I mean, you know, unfortunately, when you do need them, you need them to work.
Sure.
So we do stuff like that. Check sump pumps. We check main lines out to the street if we can. If we can kind of find where your sewer backflow preventer is in the home, usually in the basement, we'll check to make sure that that's free and clear. Other items that people just kind of forget, probably a really common one, is the dishwasher filter. In fact, a lot of people don't even know that most dishwashers actually have a filter.
Okay.
So a lot of times I would go and check it, and I went into one home, and yeah, unfortunately, they had lived there for 20 years and had never changed it. And it was just like yes, it was. I don't even know how the dishes were getting.
They probably weren't.
So yeah, so. Yeah.
Okay, would you say that the service is geared more towards busy homeowners, first-time home buyers, investors, anybody who's really looking for some help?
I would say our service is geared toward everyone. Here's why. So first of all, a lot of the maintenance tasks that we do, most homeowners only do maybe 10% of them. And what I mean by that is typically a lot of homeowners will at some point at least change the furnace filter.
Sure.
And add salt to the softener. Okay. The program is basically designed for everyone. Reason being is it's for those people that maybe are just super busy with work, daily life. Most homeowners should be spending somewhere between, I don't know, 8 to 10 hours a week just on maintenance on their home in general.
Okay. Your
not
weekend.
Just including, not including what we do, but just in general, like mowing the lawn, taking out the, just different chores and stuff like that.
Yep.
So, and they don't, typically speaking. So, as far as who's this geared toward, anyone and everyone.
Well, and I will say I wasn't necessarily surprised by how much I enjoyed the service, but I will say, when Justin and I bought that house and the service was included, of course we're going to schedule the appointments and we're going to use the service, but we're very hands-on. We'll make our to-do list, we'll get our stuff done. And I just remember thinking when it came time for renewal, like looking back on that year, it was such a time save. And it's not like those routine things that you're doing are overly complex if you know how to do them. But for a first-time home buyer, maybe they've never done them before and they need that kind of lesson. And then what I learned was, well, just because I can do those things doesn't mean that I want to.
Right.
Or that I feel like scheduling in the time to make sure that those things get done.
Right.
I often work from home as a real estate agent. And so some of those things do just naturally fall on me. It's, you got to break in your day, run down, swap out the furnace filter. I'm going to work on a few home maintenance things for the day. And so, yeah, I appreciated the value that it added in my free time. So.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and that's really what it is. It's all about time management. And how valuable is your time? And do you want to spend that time maintaining the home, or you can pay someone else to do it and you can work on other things, your life, your kids, your family, your job, or, whatever the case may be.
Okay, so Kip, for anybody who's watching and thinking, wow, this is something that I would like to try, how does one get started with HomeKeep?
All right, so real simple. I have sent you a link that we're going to link up to this video.
Great.
That everyone can sign up, through that portal. However, that being said, everyone should go to homekeep.com and just check it out. It's got everything that we do. It lists our pricing, what you can kind of expect. All homeowners, you're going to be right in that $750 range.
Okay.
For service for the first year. That includes the 2 appointments, plus the cataloging on the first appointment. It also includes the app, which you'll have full access to. And then it also includes consumables, which, once again, depends on the home, That being said, it's typically going to include 2 furnace filters, 2 EVR filter changes, up to 8 bags of salt, softener salt that we bring in. Also, and once again, based on usage, a fridge water filter, and then services provided. Once again, batteries for the smoke detectors, any of the cleaning supplies that I might use to clean up filters, seals on fridge, garage doors being lubed, stuff like that. Cleaning of the coil AC. Also the laundry exhaust, cleaning from the outside. It includes all of that.
Okay.
So,
Excellent.
yeah, so
Great.
just the consumable package itself is probably somewhere between a $200 to $250 value.
Okay.
Now, let's say people have additional systems within their homes. What I mean by that is like an RO system, which requires a lot more filters, a little bit more expensive. That is something we absolutely would do. It's just an add-on
Okay.
for the cost of the filters.
Yeah, that's great.
That. So people can add on different items that they may or may not have within their home. So yeah, we're willing to do any and all of that.
Awesome. That's great.
We send out different communications throughout your first year of service anyway, reminding you to do different things.
Yeah, they're great. And that reminds me of one thing that I think is really worth mentioning for consumers is I think there's a lot of, you just life gets busy and you might forget to schedule your HomeKeep appointment, even though you've paid for it. You guys are ready to rock and roll. You guys do a great job about reaching out with a reminder that says, FYI, it's time for you to schedule your next appointment for this service. And in the past, if I've been busy and I'm like, I'm going to get to that, it's not something I'm worried about this week, I will get a phone call from your office and saying, hey, it's time to get this on the schedule. So there's no missed service really that I could imagine happening there. Okay, Kip, how long would you say a typical service appointment takes?
Well, usually the first one takes the longest because that's the portion where I'm going to be inventorying all of your mechanicals and whatnot. So first appointment could last anywhere from an hour and a half on up to 2.5, maybe 3 hours.
Okay.
It depends, size of home. Is it a 2-story? Is it a ranch? Is the basement finished? Is it not finished? So there's a lot of factors that come into play.
Okay.
But on average, yeah, an hour and a half to 2 hours, I would say, for that first appointment. Sometimes more, sometimes less. The second appointment might go just slightly faster based on the fact that we don't have to do the inventory part anymore. But once again, you're still looking at a minimum of at least an hour to an hour and a half, up to 2.5 hours. It just, once again, depending on size of home,
condition of
home?
the
yeah, right. If it's a
materials,
home, I might be there a lot longer because there's systems that maybe haven't been maintained or checked in a while, so it involves a little more cleaning and whatnot.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Okay, great. What's the strangest thing you've discovered while at a home visit?
Number one, I have found birds in laundry exhaust vents.
Not where they're supposed to be.
Correct. Yeah, unfortunately, because the laundry exhaust is kicking out heat, especially this time of year, new construction homes. Some of the weird things that I have found. And on occasion, I'll pop open the furnace and you have the top part, which is the A coil, which is your cooling part of the furnace. Okay. I have found stuff in the A coil, like someone set the instruction manual just in there.
No.
Because they were, the furnace comes brand new. They're installing it. It makes perfect sense. It's right at the right height where you could be working. Someone set it down, was probably looking at it for reference. Where do I install, or exactly do they want this installed for, manufacturer specifications? Probably looking at it. Next thing you know, he puts the cover on and forgets it's even there.
So everybody needs to go pop their cover off and check for the user manual.
If you have a 20-year-old home and you find that, I'm surprised that it's even working.
No kidding.
So,
yeah.
Wow. Yeah, strange things happen. It's bizarre. I have found extra check valves in the sump pump system sometimes. And it's not the end of the world, but they come shipped in plastic. And if that plastic bag gets out, it could definitely clog the pump and cause some issues.
Well, and like you said, that's something that you want to work when you need it to be working.
Exactly.
So.
Right.
Good tip.
Yes, absolutely, without a doubt.
Yeah. Okay, you guys, that's all that we have for you. Thanks to Kip for coming in and giving us a breakdown of what HomeKeep can offer you guys. If you're a homeowner, a landlord, I'm going to drop the links in the comments below so that you can check out how to sign up for HomeKeep. Thanks, Kip.
You're welcome.